Hey beauties, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. I'm probably uploading this right after my Sephora VIB haul, so I'm in the same clothes. So don't be alarmed, it is what it is. But I wanted to do these videos back to back because in addition to my big Sephora haul, which I'll make sure I link down below, and I'm calling it big, but it really isn't, I thought it would be helpful to do my first ever PR haul. And I'm saying first ever PR haul because quite frankly, I don't get a lot of PR as a smaller creator. I do get things from time to time, a couple pieces here or there. And I really appreciate when brands send me things. So I've actually been collecting these for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple months now. And these are the products that I actually don't think I've used in terms of the PR that I've gotten. So I have them all in this little basket, and I want to show you guys all of the things that the brands sent me in PR. Just so you guys can see what the products are, and just to say I'm really grateful, really thankful for brands sending me anything at all, because then I get to, you know, share how it looks with you all. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to start with my most recent PR that I received, and this is from the brand Lys Beauty. This is actually the second beauty package that they've sent me. The first one they sent me was their brand new fragrance, which is their perfume called Only Human. Love. Like, love that perfume. It has like a very nice vanilla scent to it, and it's really everyday friendly. I will say that. Does it have the most longevity? No, I wouldn't say it's my most long lasting or the most long lasting fragrance I've tried, but it is the type of fragrance that I find to be everyday friendly enough that it would be like what I would wear to go to work or like run some errands, that kind of thing. So they actually reached out again and sent me and gave me the opportunity to try another fragrance, and I was able to select one of their holiday gift sets. So this is from Lys Beauty again. This is their fragrance travel set, and this is in the shade this is in Unmute. So let me just open it up for you guys to see. Dun, 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 dun. So it comes with a travel size of the fragrance in a spray. Ooh, and I've smelled this before, but I can't even like really remember. And what I think is really interesting about this brand is that they actually have solid fragrances. So this is the same fragrance Unmute as a solid. So it kind of opens up like a balm. But I like this because, as I was saying, it's not the most long-wearing fragrances I've found, or at least the one that I had before. It's not the most long-wearing, so I like the fact that they have a solid fragrance option, which means that you can touch up during the day. So you can just take it and, like, you know, give it a little dab behind the ears. I don't want to put it on my wrist because I just sprayed the Kayali's pistachio fragrance on my wrist, so I don't want to mix the two. But oh, this is so good, so good. Now let me tell you what the notes are, and they actually have the notes in the cover of the gift box. So the top notes are Indonesia, cassia, and black plum. The middle notes are cashmere woods and Spanish cyst, and the base notes are Madagascar vanilla and crisp amber. I definitely get the vanilla coming through. I feel like, I don't know what cashmere would smell like, but I feel like I do get a little bit of a woody scent with it. And this is, it's very fall. Like, this is a very fall fragrance to me. Ooh, this is great. So I will be sure to link this for you guys if you're interested in checking out the brand Lys. I had never heard of this fragrance company before, but ever since they sent me that first fragrance, Only Human, I really started looking into them. And they seem to have really nice scents, really on the affordable end. So I know a full size of the Only Human bottle is $83. It's available at Ulta too, so you can either buy it from their website or buy it from Ulta. I recommend Ulta because you can probably use if you have like the 20% off coupons. You know, Ulta does a lot of their like sales. I think that's a great way to save some money on it. But I think that this is pretty reasonably priced as far as fragrances go. Y'all know fragrances are not cheap. Oh, and it's made in the USA. So this is a US fragrance. Made in the USA, it's cruelty-free, vegan, and the perfume has a 36-month shelf life. The solid perfume though, the solid has a 12-month shelf life. Interesting. So thank you again, Lys. Really appreciate that. Very, very grateful. The next brand, and I'm just pulling, so I may go toggle back and forth between brands. This is actually from Billion Dollar Beauty. They sent me a couple of things. First, the Forever Lash Mascara. Now, when it comes to mascaras, I'm not picky about mascaras. I find all of them to do the same. Typically, for me, it's less the formula, more the wand that makes the big difference. And I don't believe in paying like $30+ for mascaras. I think all mascaras should be $5 or less. I said what I said. I said what I said. In this economy, taking inflation into account, I'll give you up to $10. Anything more than that, it seems too much. So, I actually do need to replace two of my mascaras. I tend to have two, maybe three mascaras open at a time. Two of which need to be tossed at this point because mascaras really have like a 3-month shelf life. And I try not to play around with that because eye health is something that you don't want to mess around with. So I try to not do anything too funky. So this does look like it has an hourglass shape. I don't want to open this yet, but it's a basic black tube. This is a black mascara. It says that this was made in China. And it's a woman-owned brand. It's vegan and cruelty-free. It's lengthening, volumizing, and waterproof. Okay, waterproof is cool. I don't care if it's waterproof or not because I'm not really like going swimming or anything like that. But hey, I guess it's good if you have like sweaty lids. I don't know. If you cry a lot, I cry a lot. I cry at commercials. I cry at Instagram sad videos. I cry at movies. Anyway. But let's keep going. And then the thing that I actually was really excited about was they sent me the eyeshadow stick trio. Now this is something I've been using a lot more frequently. Eyeshadow sticks, one and done type shades. So I was really excited about this. So there are three shades: bronze, soft, nude, and ivory. And I did swatch these before because I got really curious. And they are very, very subtle shade. This is bronze. And by subtle, I mean like the shimmer in this, they're almost like satin-like. They're not super harsh shimmers. This is the soft nude. And lastly, we have ivory, which is the lightest of the shades. Yeah, that's probably the iciest option. So these, I think this would be really pretty. It suits sort of like my makeup style right now. This is going to be really nice for work. I love that I can just go in with the dark bronze shade and then pick one of the two lighter ones and create a really nice full look. So I'm very excited about these eyeshadow sticks because I get to add them to my collection. Now I have one from Bobbi Brown, these three, and then two from Danessa Myricks. So a couple different options. And the Danessa Myricks ones are extremely sparkly. So I think this is a little bit more subtle, which I appreciate because I'm not always looking for over-the-top sparkles. Okay, next up I see Make Beauty. They actually did send me two different PR packages. So I have a couple of products from them. And I was able to select in like the first package. And I should explain a couple of things when it comes to how I receive PR. There are typically two ways in which I receive PR. First and foremost, brands reach out to me directly. That is where mostly indie brands will offer to send me either eyeshadow palettes or some of the products. They usually either email me or reach out to me on Instagram and they'll send me products that way. Secondly, I am a creator and I use the Shop My affiliate platform, and on that platform brands can reach out to you through there and they'll offer you like a lookbook and you can select products from the lookbook. So that's how the Billion Dollar Beauty brand reached out to me, as well as Noise and Make Beauty. And I find that brands are doing that more often now as of late. I'm guessing because it's the holiday season and this is a great way for them to get their products out there to you all, you know. So that's how I've gotten a lot of these recently. Particularly things like, you know, like with Noise Beauty, I'm not a fragrance influencer. I'm a beauty influencer. So all of that kind of falls into it, but it's not like the main thing that I talk about. But I am really glad that I was able to try this out because I have a new fragrance brand that I actually am checking for and would be willing to spend my own coins on. And Make Beauty was a brand that I was not aware of to begin with. Neither was Billion Dollar Beauty. So I appreciate that on the Shop My platform, the brands can actually find creators directly that way. So just to give you a little bit of context and a little bit of transparency. Y'all know I love to be transparent. So with Make, and the second time they reached out, and the lookbook really only offered the, what is this? The brow pencil. So I picked that up in the shade Soft Black. You can never go wrong with brow pencils. Personally, I always go through them. Like I'm always going to use a brow pencil. So it's Soft Black. This is, I think there weren't that many shades, and the brown that was above this I knew was just going to be too light for my brows. I have obviously black hair, so, and I think I can diffuse that if it's too dark. So it's a brow pencil, and oh, it's a brow tint. Why did I think that this was mascara? And this is heavy feeling already, I can tell. Oh, she is heavy. This looks like a mascara, but this is a pretty sizable brow tint tube. Usually I find brow tints to be half this. So the fact that we're getting this much product is actually really good. There's 0.3 ounces of product. So I have the brow tint and the brow gel, or as they call it, the brow tint and the brow pencil. What is this? I'm trying to figure out what the wand for this is. Oh, okay. It's just a spoolie wand. Okay. And what's the shade in this? Brown. Cool brown. That is the color of the brow tint, brow gel. I'm just going back and forth. Okay. Blend Bunny Cosmetics. You guys know I've been getting PR from Blend Bunny for a while now. And it is one of my favorite indie brands. I absolutely love Blend Bunny Cosmetics. The quality, the innovation. So good. So this was actually their collab that they did with Microsoft, or May Pang. She goes by Microsoft on Instagram and I think all of her social platforms. First thing I want to flag is the palette, and like, it's inspired by rotting food, which is a choice. It's a choice. I love that though, that the palette itself is textile. So you know how when food starts to grow mold, you can like, it gets like all fuzzy. You can actually feel the fuzziness on this palette, which is really cool. So the shades are on the back here, but they're not in the typical Blend Bunny gradient format. So I rearranged it because I absolutely needed to. So I rearranged it to be in the gradient format because I'm just not skilled enough or creative enough as the creator, Microsoft, or May, to use it in such a chaotic fashion. Now, in addition, now this is, as you saw, is an all matte palette. But there was another palette along with the collection, and this is the Efflorescence, which is a 6-pan iridescent palette. So you can't really tell because they all look white in here, but I think you can kind of see some of the shifts. So this, I think, would pair really nicely with this. I, of course, want to do a full like review for you guys, but we'll get there when we get there. I know I've been moving real slow with these videos, and I apologize, y'all. Going back to Billion Dollar Beauty, the last product I got in PR from them was actually this like brow kit. So I was really intrigued by this. It seems a little gimmicky, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm willing to give it a try. So what it comes with is, hold on. There's a universal brow pencil. I get really skeptical by anything that says universal because we all have different color browns, just saying. So this is the universal brow pencil. Yeah, looking at this color, is this gonna, that's a little light for me. And a little gray. A little light and a little gray. So there's a brow pencil, brow gel. I think this is a clear brow gel, so I can use this obviously. And the cool thing about this, or slash gimmicky thing about this, is that there is this like tool that you can use to measure your brows so that you get like the perfect length. Or the perfect, like, I don't know how to use it. I actually will probably need to like watch some videos on it, but it's supposed to be a tool to help you make sure that your brows are more sisters than they are cousins. So it might be a little bit gimmicky. Personally, I don't care to have my brows match. Every day my brows look slightly different, and every day my wings look different from each other. So that it is what it is, you know. I do the best that I can. Okay. Another palette. This is from Blend Money Cosmetics. This is their Pacific Northwest palette. Now this was their sort of like fall release, and I think this may be one of my favorite releases that they've come out with in a while. Because they also just released their Christmas palette, which is a little bit too colorful for me. It's good, and I used it and I enjoyed it, but like this was a better color story for me. Also, I like the packaging on this one even more than the other one. So it's so beautiful. You get that really textured, like it feels like an actual painting in terms of the texture of this. So it's a Pacific Northwest palette, and here you can see probably why I enjoy it. Lots of those deep, rich, grungy greens, and it's very, very earthy, which I really love. And there are some super cool multi-chrome shades in here. This is so nice. I haven't used this one yet. I know it looks used. I just swatched it, so I will be sure. I don't think I've actually posted the swatches yet, but this is definitely one that I want to play in and I want to use. Now, in addition to this palette, oh dang, I don't have it with me. Actually, let me go get it. Because in addition to that palette, they released merch to go along with it. And the first thing was a coffee mug, which is so cute. I've been using it. It's like a tin coffee mug because it kind of, as you can tell, the palette is kind of reminiscent of being outside in nature. So very camping, like outside-ish. So there was a coffee mug as well as a beanie. I ended up giving the beanie to my dad. My dad is a big beanie fan, so, and it was really cool. I'll try to insert a picture so you can see him in the beanie. He loves it. But let me get the coffee mug to show you. So here's the coffee mug. You'll see it says Nomad. It has the PFW Pacific Northwest from the palette. And what I love is the cool underpat. So when you're drinking, you don't really see it until you start drinking. It says Wondering Never Lost. So huge thank you to Nomad for sending that my way. Okay, let's keep going because I'm trying to beat the sunlight and the sun is setting very quickly. Next up, another palette from another indie brand. This is the Witch's Familiar palette. This is actually from Fantasy Cosmetica and is a collaboration between Fantasy Cosmetica and Batty Bean, which is a very, very popular creator on here. I actually got to meet her in Destin for the Creators and Friends event. She's so sweet, so beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, like unreal. And it's a beautiful color story. It's a little bit too colorful for me right now, but this is so like true to her style and how she likes her makeup to be both grungy and colorful, so it makes a ton of sense. This came out, I would say, during like the Halloween season. I didn't get a chance to swatch this. I didn't get a chance to play with this. I still want to, even though I'm not feeling very colorful. The reds are definitely calling my name. And who knows, maybe this will like reignite some colorful spark back in me. Maybe. I can hope. One can dream. Okay, so I have a ton of little pieces from Tower 28. Which is a brand that I have not really used a ton of because they tend to fall into that very clean aesthetic, very glowy type of vibe, and I am an oily, sweaty gal, and I need I need more mattifying products and products that last longer. So sometimes the clean girl products don't have a ton of longevity to them. Anyways, now I'm rambling. Let's just go in. So a couple of like mascara type thingamabob. Okay, let's just go through these one by one. So first up, a brown mascara. I've never tried brown mascara before. I have done brown eyeliner, which I like. I've never tried brown mascara, so I'm actually really looking forward to this because I don't know how it's going to look on me, you know? Is it going to look good? Maybe. How brown is this? Or is it just going to look like nothing? Very interested in that. So, brown. I actually have two of these. Look at that. I didn't know. So, two of the brown mascaras. And then two black mascaras. Ooh, maybe I'll do one eye in black mascara and one eye in brown so you guys can see, and for me to see the difference between the two. Now these have the exact same packaging. No real difference, except on the bottom, it'll tell you if it's brown or black. So 2 of those. Next is a Color Me Fine one liner. This is a multi-liner, so I'm guessing this is multi-purpose, as in it could probably be used as an eyeliner or a lip liner. Okay, so it's just a standard pencil. This is, oh, she's creamy. I could probably use this as a lip liner. Yeah, this would be dark enough for me to use as a lip liner, I think. Should be. Ooh, serum correct. Oh, this is the concealer. Some of these I've totally forgotten what they were. So it's called Serum Concealer. Okay, so this is their concealer. And this is in the shade 16SB. Yeah, this should be a nice shade for me, actually. Not too bright. I hate when concealers are too bright. Now, this is supposed to be safe for sensitive skin, vegan, cruelty-free. It's a weightless serum concealer that has the power to visibly cover dark circles, hyperpigmentation, and redness. Lots of ingredients on the side here. And it's formulated without silicones, fragrance, or alcohol. Made in Italy. Interesting. Did not know that. One of their tinted lip treatments. This is in the shade Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum, Sugar Plum, Plum. Okay. I actually really like these. They did send me another one of these in another flavor, in another shade, and that one's actually in my car right now. I think these are so good. They're really good for everyday wear, just to pop on. They don't have the same longevity as like an overnight lip mask, but it's really good for like an everyday wear kind of thing. Also, their tinted sunscreen. This is in the shade 63rd Street. Okay. I keep forgetting that I selected these. Is this going to be too dark? I hope not. So this is their tinted, is it a tinted moisturizer or sunscreen? Oh, it's a tinted sunscreen. We'll see. So it says that this is reef safe, mineral safe, and alcohol free, but it does have non-nano zinc oxide. If I'm correct, zinc is the one that does tin gray, right? Unlike darker complexions, like it leaves that gray cast. Well, we will see if this leaves a gray cast or not. And this was made in Canada. Interesting. And I think lastly from Toa 20, no, I actually have two more products. 2 lash curlers. Now these I'm gonna put in like a giveaway because I don't use lash curlers. I have no need for a lash curler. I don't even, like, my lashes don't need curling. I'm not gonna pull these out for like, I guess, sanitary purposes, but 2 lash curlers, neither of which I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna give those away. And lastly, 2 of their blushes. So this is their Get Set Powder Matte Blush. And the first is in the shade Downtown Daiquiri. And then we have Sunset Shirley. And these were made in Korea. Wow, they really do get their products from very different places. That's great though. So this is the Daiquiri, which is kind of like an orangey shade. I love how vibrant these are because I think on darker complexions it's gonna look stunning. And then Sunset, so more pinky, more orangey. I think these are beautiful. And I love a good powder blush. Okay, next up, Lys Beauty. Now this is one of my absolute favorite brands. It is a Black-owned beauty brand and it is sold in Sephora and is very affordable. Quite frankly, this reminds me of like Rare Beauty affordability and probably a little bit cheaper than Rare Beauty. The thing is, it falls in between the luxury brands that are sold at Sephora and the drugstore brands. It's kind of like smushed in the middle in terms of a lot of their products are in the 20-something dollar range, which is really affordable for Sephora. I mean, it's affordable, period, because some of these drugstore products are 20-something dollars now too. Anyways, let me just show you guys quickly what I got. So first and foremost, it is their foundation stick. So I actually have the liquid foundation version of this. I really like it. It is definitely a winter foundation for me because it's more serum-like, more liquidy, more radiant. So it's not something I can wear in the summer because it's just going to leave me oily. But in the winter time, it gives the hydration that I think I need. So I'm actually very interested and intrigued by the stick foundation version of it. This is the exact same shade that I wear in the liquid one. This is DN3, so it has more of a neutral undertone. I do wonder if, because it is in a stick format, if this will be less radiant than the liquid foundation. But certainly more travel friendly, right? So this is probably like something really nice that I could stick in my makeup travel bag. Would I travel with this? Honestly, not sure, because when I travel, I want something that's more long wearing and more mattifying. So I always tend to go for my Lancome foundation. You already know how I feel about that one. In addition to that, I have the Lip Plumping Glossy Balm in the shade Speak Love. Ooh, okay. This is nice. So it does have like leather on the casing here and like shiny reflective plastic. How does this open? Does this like... Okay, so all of their products are in this like triangular format. I guess if I do this, can it not come down? Okay, let me not turn it too far. So you twist the bottom, this is gonna pop up. You can't turn it back down, so only pop up as much as you need. So I'm not gonna be doing that right now because it'd be such a waste. But yeah, pretty cool packaging. So it's a lip gloss balm and it's supposed to be plumping. I don't know. When it comes to those lip products that say they are plumping or whatever it is, I have big lips already. Or like, I mean, they're not big. They're like normal size lips, but they don't need any plumping. So I am never looking for lip plumping products, period. So, and I know everyone says that they're uncomfortable. So I hope that's not going to be uncomfortable. Okay. Next, the finishing powder. This I was really excited to try. It's in the shade Tan or Courage, which I think was the only option because the one that I really wanted was sold out. But I like this. This is really nice and tiny and compact. I love that it's clear so you can see the shade too. Okay. Actually, this actually might work better than the shade that I was looking for. So finishing powders, it goes over everything once you're done with your makeup just to give it a nice like sheen and finish to the face. So I'm excited to try this and really like how compact and like you don't get too much product in this. I love that. I would be happy if brands gave us like less product. Okay. What's Up Beauty? So I really enjoy this brand. This is a brand that produces some really high quality products. And they actually sent me, first and foremost, their pressed setting powder. Now, they reached out to me via email and they sent me every single shade of their pressed powder. So I have everything from light, tan, medium, and deep. And let me show you guys all of the colors. Obviously, I'm not going to keep all of them because they won't work for me. And this is I want to say it's an Asian brand. So sometimes their shade ranges are not the most inclusive. And I definitely don't need need to be sent every single shade, especially the lighter shades when I know they're not going to work for me. I'm not going to swatch them for the sake of swatching them because I want to be able to give it to someone who can use it. So this is the deep shade. This is the darkest shade that they have. This is a setting powder. Now, this is going to work for me, but I don't think it's a stretch to say that this needs to go way darker because, I mean, I'm not that deep, like, if we're being honest. We have light. So if you were really, really pale, I guess this is gonna work. I can't speak for anybody lighter or like much deeper than me. This is tan. I could probably set my under eye with this. And lastly, medium. The embossing is really pretty though. So again, I will go through and probably set aside the ones that won't work for me so that I can gift them to some of my friends. Sticking with What's Up Beauty though, they also sent me their liquid lipstick collection. So this is their ultra matte liquid lipstick. It comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades. And in addition to the 5 shades of that matte lipstick, there's also a glossy lip balm mask that came out in that collection. And that's in the shade Sicilian Silk, which I think is like a milky, yeah. It's a really pretty milky color. And this is just like a lip gloss or lip gloss balm. And then we have the lip shades. I want to do an entire, I haven't even opened these. I do want to do like a swatch video for you guys on this. Oh, this is pretty. So this is Lilac Lullaby, Caramel Veil. These are some pretty nudes. Cashmere Muse. Those are really pretty nudes. And then we have some of the richer shades. Ooh, this is Subtle Chic. Huh. I thought this was going to be a little bit deeper. The box made it look more orange terracotta-y. Okay. Some of these might look a little similar on me, if not exact. So we'll have to swatch these and see. And the last shade is Timeless Love. Yeah, like these look... Maybe it's the frosting in the glass that make these look so similar. Right? Okay, yeah, this is gonna have to be a swatch video because either the glass is making this look really similar or they actually are. Okay, and lastly, one of their brushes. I'm really excited for this. One of my favorite things, if not my favorite thing from What's Up Beauty, is their brushes. They produce handmade natural hair brushes. So it's those Japanese style brushes. And they are superb quality. So this is their powder brush, which is handmade in Japan from 100% goat hair. And the packaging it comes with is also like super cool. So love this. There we go. And they're always with a black sort of handle, ferrule. Is that what it's called? The little ferrule. And then the leg. That's not what it is. The wand. The arm. So it's like a black ferrule with like the rest of it being this like bright fuchsia pink. Really soft because it's natural hair. I love their brushes. This is going to be a really... It says powder brush, but honestly, I would probably use this for blush. Just because it's a little small for like a powder, in my opinion. But this, really excited. And I would say their prices are on par, maybe slightly cheaper than other natural haired brushes. I'm guessing because the quality of the wood and the ferrule for the handle is a little bit less than, not less than, as in bad quality, but probably a little bit cheaper than like the Sonia G brush handles. But I would be willing, you know, I actually would prefer to pay less in terms of like the handle quality just to get the natural haired brushes. Like that's just my opinion. So if you want something that's a little bit more on the affordable side, if you want something between Sonia G and Refa, I would say What's Up Beauty. Okay, the sun is rapidly setting. I don't know if you can see it like streaming into the living room. So I'm trying to move quickly. Okay, one last, actually no, couple other things. So going back to Make Beauty, The other thing that they sent me that I was able to choose from in their lookbook was their single eyeshadows. Now, I chose the eyeshadows because if you know me, you know I love a good eyeshadow. Was really surprised and impressed by the quality of the packaging and the fact that they are huge. So they're these giant single shadows. They all have like a marbled effect in them. And I chose them because I, again, have been in this phase of really wanting these one and done looks. So I thought that these shadows look really stunning and it'd be something that I could swipe on the lids and then go in with some bronzer or a single matte shade and be done. So let me just show you the shades that I have. So first up we have Haze, which I think is a little beautiful like champagne-y shade. Then we have Fusion, so a really rich like dark brown burgundy mix. And I have 5 in total. Next we have Quartz, kind of purpley, actually no, I see this is more like green-ish. It looks so purple in camera. It's like a purpley green. Let's go there. Then we have True Green. This is Surplus. Beautiful. And lastly, another green. This is Gravitational. Yeah, so I cannot wait to swatch these, to put them on my eyes, to play with them. Okay, now moving along, Adept Cosmetics. So Adept actually reached out and offered to send me their new blush collection. I'm saying new, but I've actually had these for some time now. So you could actually purchase the blushes singularly, or you can purchase a case for the blush. And the way the case works is that it kind of like, it slides out because there's a magnetic attachment. So 2 magnets on either side. And this is, and the way Adept describes this is that this is a cream to powder blush. I'm really interested in trying these because, again, as someone who has more oily leaning skin, I tend to avoid anything that's cream. But the fact that this is designed to like begin application as a cream but then blend out into a powder has me intrigued. So I have the full collection, a couple different shades. Here we have Sunset Glow. Oh, I love the packaging of this. Pink Flush. Prima Donna. Violet Bloom, which is a pretty rich purple. Nude, which I think I would love as an everyday shade. Peachy Keen. This might be too light for me, so I would probably give that away. And the cases are fully magnetic, so you can actually pop out the shade that's in the palette. Let me see if I can. So you can pop it out. It has the shade name on the back. And then pop it into the palette. And it closes shut. There are a couple other shades that I have, and I have them in this just little Cleona magnetic palette that I own. So I have, this is Universal Flush, Blush Blossom, Flushed Fantasy, and lastly, Mauve. So really solid collection. An option for everybody. Okay, last product, and I think this is just in time because it's slowly getting darker. I got a package from Clinique. I absolutely love Clinique for a couple reasons. They make my favorite hydrating serum. They have really great skincare. And honestly, they have good fragrances too. If you didn't know, Clinique actually sells fragrances, and I have a couple of them, which I really enjoy. So they sent me this little gift box with a couple of the products from the Moisture Surge line and some makeup. So there's both some skincare and some makeup in here. So I'm going to show you guys everything that's in this box. So first is their Moisture Surge Active Glow Serum. I've actually never used this from this line, and I love the Moisture Surge line. I've used a ton of their products already, and I have some of them that I'm actively using right now that I purchased with my own money. I always end up buying my Clinique products at the cosmetics company store because it is cheaper there. Skincare is 30% off, but there's always a sale. So if you go during like the regular time, it's going to be 30% off, but sometimes they do 60% off of Clinique or 60% off of like skincare. And that's when I like to go, and that's when I like to stock up on my Clinique. They also shared the scent. This box also includes the Moisture Surge 100H Auto Replenishing Hydrator. I don't know what this is. I've never tried this one either. I've used the moisturizer, but not this. This is cool. I thought most of the products in here would be ones that I'd already used, but I haven't used this one. I have like 2 bottles of the moisturizer in my backup drawer, so that's new. Like, their Moisture Surge line is phenomenal. I was really excited to see this. They Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I'm currently using one in my bathroom right now, but these are things that you can never go wrong with, because if you wear as much makeup as I do, you gotta double cleanse. Like, double cleanse is a non-negotiable for me. So this will always get used and is always appreciated. Okay. Now let's get into the makeup that was included in this. So first thing is this Clinique Pop Lip and Cheek Oil. What about a cheek? I don't know. I don't want oil on my cheeks. So this is going to be a lip oil for me, because ain't no way I'm putting oil on my cheeks. Not to look like I'm about to fry some chicken. This is really pretty. This is in the shade Black Honey. If I didn't already have something on my lips, I would put this on. Actually, you know what? Who cares? It's a lip oil. Me. Okay. Ooh. This wand is interesting. Oh, I like this color a lot. And for the holidays, yes. This is really good for fall, that really nice, pretty burgundy color. I like that. There's no real scent to this either. There's no scent to that lip oil. Okay. Oh, is it all Black Honey? So there's a lip oil in Black Honey, and now there's this almost lipstick in the shade Black Honey. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know what an almost lipstick is, but let's swatch. Oh. It's very light on the pigment. Is this like a lip balm? Because this has like almost no pigment to it. Yeah, there's like 0 pigment there. It's like a lip balm. I don't know why they call it almost lipstick. It is not almost lipstick. There's no pigment there. Okay, and lastly, the High Impact Mascara in the shade Black. I've used this one before. It's a decent mascara. Is it my favorite? No, but it's a decent mascara. And you can never go wrong with mascara. The more you change it out, the better. So, yeah. Okay. That's it, guys. That is all of the products that I got sent in PR over the last couple of months. Again, I'm so grateful for you all being here, because you all enable me to be able to receive PR from brands. And I also want to say a huge thank you to all of the brands that send me product to use, to try, to review. I appreciate it. I know that you guys don't have to do that, but I'm very grateful that you do. Okay, so that's it from me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the products that I received. If there are specific products that you'd like to see me review or do a full video on, please leave them down in the comments below. But that's it. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.